Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jane. This is Jane Belante Art. Today I'm going to show you how to make two projects using one page from this cool vintage book that my friend gave me. This necklace and this adorable shelf sitter. So I absolutely love using vintage children's books to create with. And my friend Linda gave me this. It's called, you will not believe it, Tommy and Jane and the Birds. It's so perfect. And when she gave it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't ever use this. It's so perfect. It's so beautiful. But you know what? I need to use it. I love it so much. The illustrations in here are just so beautiful. And so I picked out one page, and I'm going to do two different projects with this. The first one, I'm going to make a little necklace with some diamond glaze and this little bluebird right here. And then the second is I'm going to use the rest of this page, and I'm going to make a little house project out of it. You can actually get this printable this week if you are on my mailing list. So get on my mailing list at janebelanteart.com. Each week I'm mailing out some printables. This is the printable for this week, and I'm showing you two projects so you can use your printable as well. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this little paper cutter out here, and I'm going to cut off the bottom so I can access this little bird. And this is going to go on here. So we'll do that in a minute. So this is going to fit right in here. And you all know what a measurer I am, right? Not very much of a measurer. So I'm going to make sure I don't cut off his face. It's got to fit right inside of there, so this is going to be cut really close, and then we may have to see how it fits inside. So part of his wing is probably going to get cut off, but that's okay. And I want to make the crease on the inside, and I can kind of do that with my nail. So you see, I just kind of scored it with my thumbnail. And I'm always really careful when I'm cutting these old book pages with my paper cutters, because these tend to be very brittle, and they'll wrinkle and rip. So you just want to be careful. I didn't quite get that all the way, but that's okay. So now I can kind of push this one in. And you can see it kind of ripped a little bit. That's okay, because I'm going to decoupage this in. So that's going to be so cute. So let me grab my decoupage gel and fit this in. And this is a great, it's a great lesson on how these pages are super brittle. These old pages are very brittle, but this is going to work out just fine. Okay, I have my decoupage medium, and I'm just going to get a little bit on my favorite brush here. It's actually called the Favorite. It's from the Turquoise Iris collection, And I'm going to just apply it, making sure that I get into all the corners. And you can even get a little bit on the edges if you want. This is going to dry transparent, so I'm going to wipe it off around the top here. But let's take my little bluebird and let's gently put him in. And I'm just trying to, actually going to put a little bit more underneath this. A little bit of a wing here. I'm going to press that down. So you want to make sure this is all the way down because any air bubbles that you have underneath this will show up as bubbles in this resin that I'm about to use. So make sure the whole thing is all the way down. And I'm just going to I'm taking my thumb and just pressing. This is really going to be cute. And the rip right there, it's kind of separated, but you know what? I kind of feel like it looks like a tree branch. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, and I'm going to take my decoupage medium and I'm going to put a full coat on top. And that is going to protect the book page. Sometimes when you put a resin on top of an old book page, the ink starts to pull up and separate, and you don't want that to happen. So the decoupage medium is just going to protect the page and keep that from happening. Ooh, this is so cute. It's cute already, just like this, isn't it? Okay, let me dry this with my heat gun. And I'll be right back. Let me just make sure this corner is tucked in. Okay, I'm gonna dry this with my heat gun. I'll be right back. All right, so I just put this on, it's a canvas board because it's flat, and I'm going to need to move it off of here. Once you pour the resin, you need to let this sit for, you know, at least, I would say at least 4 hours, but you have to kind of watch to see. I usually just leave them overnight. And I'm gonna have to put this in a place that my cat cannot jump up and get on it. So I've got it portable. I'm using the JudyKins Diamond Glaze. This stuff is so easy to use. Just take your time tipping the bottle because you don't want to get a whole bunch of bubbles. Sometimes they come out anyways. Not a big deal. You can pop them. And I'm just going to fill up my bezel with the diamond glaze. And that is it. So now I need to let this sit, and this has to dry and harden. All right, look at how pretty this is. I just love it. It's simple, it's easy. So now what you want to do is just attach a jump ring. You can also attach one down here with some hanging beads. I'm going to look to see what I have. But for the jump ring, you just want to roll it open, just like that. And then, so if you pull it open side to side, it doesn't go back together very well. So instead of pulling it, you just roll it, right? There it is, just like that. And then you can attach whatever chain you want to it. I have this one that's kind of multiple cords. I think it's really pretty and it's perfect on there. I love it. So let me see what I have to attach to the bottom, but otherwise this is done. I'm so excited because I found this little tree pendant, I guess I'm going to call it. So I'm going to attach this. I'm just going to do it same way. I'm going to roll this open. You can use pliers for this too. I have mine here just in case, but, and then I'm just going to stick it through the bottom here. Roll it back together. See that? Oh, it's adorable. I love it. I love it. How cute. Okay, so on to the next project. I'm going to use this piece of paper, and it's going to come on here. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use a little bit of the Paint Pixie Undercover Primer in Coconut. And because I'm putting a book page on here, you're not necessarily going to see this, but I definitely need to at least cover it up a little bit. So once this paper is saturated with the decoupage medium, none of this is going to show. Going to use my 1-inch wash brush. I love this brush. I use it all the time. It is from the Turquoise Iris collection. So in the link in the description, you'll click the Paint Pixie link and then you go to brushes, and it's the Turquoise Iris collection. This is her Pro Wash. I have about 10 of them. I use them so much. I'm going to do a second coat just on this side. Okay, you can still kind of see the words, but it's fine because you won't be able to see. Let's see. I kind of want to get... I'm going to kind of do the same thing I just did. And I don't want to put too much of a mark in there. That's pretty decent. Okay. Let's cut that. Okay, that's pretty good. It's a little off down here, but I can put something. I'm a bad measurer. Math and I don't get along, so I can either, you know what, I might just do, let's see, maybe I'll do the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of cinch that up a little bit. Fold over these sides. And again, okay. I'm going to cinch that up like that. That will be good. You see it has just a tiny bit of a bottom to it, but I can put something else there. Might be ink, might be paint, might be washi tape. We'll see. So if I'm fitting it in properly, you know what, I may just leave the top. I think I'm going to leave the top instead. So more decoupage gel. You can get this on my website at janebelanteart.com. All links to everything will be below. Just want to make it super easy for you to get the products. And what I love about this gel is that it's a nice tooth. Things stick to it pretty easily. Cute. Okay, I'm going to put one coat of this gel on top of this whole thing. So I think I'm going to be putting a transfer on top. So the gel is just it works as a really nice top coat, right? But then it's, again, like I just said, it's kind of a nice tooth for anything else that you're going to put on top. So just put a nice thin coat on. And then you can dry that with your heat gun, or you can let it dry and then move on. All right, so I have the Winterberry MIDI transfer set from Redesign, and lo and behold, there is a blue bird on here. I don't know if it's a blue bird or a blue jay, but you know what? It's a blue bird. And this right here says bluebird, so I'm going to be using it. I think it's perfect. So it's kind of big. I do want to just kind of cut this out and see. This transfer set is so beautiful. The cardinals are amazing. I love all the berries. So pretty. I get 3 big sheets. I think these are only $15.99 too. I mean, I think that's a pretty good deal for all these images. Anyways, you can find that on my website if you are looking to buy it. Let me cut off some of this excess here and kind of see how I'm going to lay this in. It may not necessarily have any of these branches with it either. Let's see here. I do want the word bluebird to show. So I think maybe like this. It's okay with that. I think that looks pretty good. So let's see if we can do this. And then I have this soft cloth. And you can see some of the paper cracked a little bit. Again, this paper, these old books are super, super fragile. So even though I put the soft gel on top, the paper's still cracked a little bit, but that's okay. I think it still looks really pretty. Adorable. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep the regular brown on here because it's really cute. I still don't know what I'm gonna do for the back, but I don't have to know that right now, right? Because this can just be a shelf sitter just like this. So I think I'm just gonna add some snowflake paste. And I'm going to use the number 10 turquoise iris palette knife. Again, you can find this on the Paint Pixie website. The link is in the description. And I'm using the snowflake paste. It's really sparkly, really pretty, and it just takes a little while to dry. So this is a really, really fun product to use. And you can make little peaks. See that? You make little, depending on what you do, right? You can kind of bounce it around. You can move it around. I think to cover this up, I'm just going to use some of the snowflake paste. And you'll never know, I'll just kind of build it up a little bit there. Perfect. See? Can't even tell. I am going to add a little bit to the bottom here. All right, so for now I'm going to call this done. I did not take the snow over to this side because that leaves room for me to do something else and then add the snow later. But I mean, this is so cute. It was so easy. What a great wintry shelf sitter. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed these 2 projects. Make sure you get on my email list so that you can get access to all the free printables. I'll be showing you so many ways to use those. And please, please subscribe if you liked this, like the video, and I will see you next week, Friday.